Hello everyone, I'm Greycloak, thank you for joining me, and welcome back to episode 283 of Factorio with the C-Block mod. We are now doing mashed potato farming finally. We're still just working up the number of seeds, but that should not be too bad, I hope. It shouldn't be nowhere near the amount of time it took to get our garden farming going. At least I hope so. But yeah, we have only actually requested the seeds for some of these machines, because we would still be able to stall it, but we're just giving that some time. Meanwhile, we need to be able to handle our alien bacteria. Because right now, that is just collecting in here, along with all the fruits and stuff. Also, suddenly we have... Why are we unable to do this? Because these have... Oh, I think I moved these barreling thingies into place at some point. So before that there was fruits in the requested chests. And we're still low on barrels, I would guess. Yes, we are in the negative. Good. Well, not good, but it makes sense why we are backing up on nutrient pulp then. Good. So this stuff, we're not gonna turn it into compost, we are going to make alien goo. And that just requires liquefiers. That's awesome. So we also did that here, but we also needed other ways to make the alien bacteria from the spores. Yeah, of course. But this is just very easy to do. So we are just going to make one line doing that, I guess. How much alien bacteria are we making? 4 every 4 seconds with a crafting speed of 1, so 1 per second by 20 machines so far. So 20 per second. And if we just put this in its own thing and say we get 20 in per second, we need 27 liquefiers making alien goo. Okie dokie. So for every 2 rows of this we need 27. We might need or end up with more of these rows for each row of goo producer, but we'll see. And those 27 would not be outputting a lot of fluid, only 150. But we could of course still, when we get them sped up with beacons, it's going to be up to 10 times as much, or 1500. One pipe can't exactly handle that. So maybe just 2 bottling things? Maybe, we'll see. I want the input, or the solid input on the top side, just to keep it closer to the robots. And we want this. Should we do something similar with these as we have done up here, where we make space for the robot charging ports? That would probably be a good... Actually, we don't need output, we just need input. Right? Yes, solid in, liquid out. So if we do something like this, and put power here, I guess. Then we still have the space available for beacons. But we can also put one of these in without wasting the space for beacons. Yes. And we're not really wasting that much space here. That seems like a fine idea. Let's just have the first one be one of those. And then start with these. Oops. And just connect all of those. And let's just say 100 here. I'm not sure if it'll make a difference anytime soon, but maybe at some point. That's 10. How about we then put some barreling in? That is not supposed to be unbarreling stuff. Stuff is supposed to be barreling it. So alien goo. And then just another 10 of these. And the power back in. Good. That's 20, and we need 27. But then we could just... Is this actually where that needs to be? It can't be over here. No. It would have been nice if we could just... Well, this would give us 28, I guess. Maybe that's good enough. But then I want it to be longer anyway. So if we double that to 56, and then just add 2 more rows of mashed potato farming, then we should be fine. And I think the length of the setups will be okay. The power poles are a bit ugly, but why are they ugly though? Why is this here? Wait, did I mirror it? That wasn't my intention. No, it's just that... What am I so confused about? Over here we have 2 inserters and we have a power pole to the left of those 2 inserters. And to the right of the charging points. Then we get to this, and then we have mirrored it. That wasn't my intention, let's just fix that. And then we can take this and paste here, and then it's not as bad. Sure. And that should be 30. Oh, we already... No, wait, what? Yes, of course, because I had 20 and then I removed 2 and added that. So how many are we gonna end up here with if we want to go as wide? $74. Okay. I can't exactly handle 3 times as much. So I can't handle 6 rows. Unless we just add 6 more or something. Or 10 more. That just makes it... No, 8 more. Is that okay? To be a little bit wider on this part than the others? Maybe. At least I think we're doing it. So we need a bunch of stuff here. Do we still have a train nearby? Yes. So charging pads, I already took all of those, dang it. Liquefiers, we do not have enough of those. And requester chests, we still don't have those either. You can go home then. Maybe just grab some pipe beforehand. Good. We still have 3,000 alien bacteria available, but we'll change that soon. This is still working right, even if it doesn't need to. Wait, yes, this makes beans, right? And we were exporting those? Yes. To puffer farming. So we do need that production still. Okay, good to know. Did we name these? No. But this is then fruits. Fruits. And then we'll just activate all of the robots. And this will be pips. Good. Of course, we can still back up on fruits and stuff, and then we're not making any more nutrient pulp. Wait, no, that's not true, because we use the fruits and pips for nutrient pulp. We can back up on nutrient pulp and fruits, and then we're not making any more alien bacteria for alien goo. But we'll fix that when we get there, I think. Did I just lose sound? No, it's just me locally. Looks like you guys have sound. Oh. That's weird. Oh well, I'll play without sound. We have a lot of robots working. They are going to need more charging, I think. Oh yeah, I put a lot of my charging down here. That was meant to be removed at some point when we built it in. Let's just spread that out a bit down here. And we need to get our train back. And then what? I'm just a little bit confused about my sound, sorry. Just give me a second. Okay, I'm back. I'm not sure what happened with my sound there. Or my Bluetooth, I guess. But now it works. So, we have a bunch of this stuff. We have not requested barrels for this. We'll get there. Is that everything? Yes. And those barrels, of course, needs to go to a train station. Where we will load a train. We will load it with alien goo. We really not have enough of those in the train to make a station. That's a bit stupid. And the robots are still just all busy. I guess we should put even more robots into the system. Good. Of course, as soon as these stations are filled up with fruits and stuff, then we should have less of a problem, but for now, it's needed. I think I will just add some charging near these as well. Just for this one location. Sure. All will keep waiting. How many mashed potato seeds do we have at this point? We do not have extra even for these that we have currently running, so they do need more time. And that's fine, I guess. Barreling things, that's fine. Should we scale this up anymore right now? I don't think so. Currently, we should be producing... Oh yeah, we had a train coming in with this stuff. We don't need that anymore. So this gives us barrels with alien goo that we didn't transfer over here onto another train. That's a bit stupid. I think we'll just request the train over here and then stop it. That's not where we remove that. Get back here. That one we can remove. It actually seems like we have enough barrels right now. Now it's just a matter of the robots being able to pick up the right things. But we had a problem with nutrient pulp here, not making enough. That is still a problem. And that is just a robot problem, since we should have plenty of nutrient pulp down here, and we're just not able to barrel it all up, apparently. It is getting better though, it seems. We're not entirely full, and we are almost empty down here. But we also empty on fruits because they're all going to the train station, so that is not the best thing either, of course. And we're still so far from full here. But we'll get there eventually. So, now that we have done a bit of this, let's send this train away. Then we have 2 others that still need nutrient pulp. Let's just get some, a little bit through the system, because it is a lot faster than it was. Can I just take this stuff, feed into the nutrient pulp production? Wait, why was there? I still haven't fixed some of these. Dang it. Copy paste. Give me that. Don't deliver more mashed potato seeds to it, please. Or mud, for that matter. It's also not fixed. Didn't I fix all of this? That's fixed, that's fixed. Then why can I not just paste that here? I can. I just didn't do it earlier, I guess. So, still some mashed potato seed deliveries on the way. We will get this cleaned up. Was I looking at output and not input? No, I'm looking here. There they are. Good. Let's just get all of that cleaned out again. And then put this into the system, and this, and this. Then we are just low on barrels. Okay. I'll just help along a bit. Are we out of barrels now? I think so. I guess so. Oh well. And then what? We basically have everything that we need now. Let's empty out, or just remove this train, I guess. Try to signify that this is no longer used. Remove that. That, I guess. And then whenever this is cleaned out, we can just remove it. So this is now alien goo. How much are we blocking if we stop making alien goo over here at fish farming? If we do not use this stuff, then we cannot make this. But isn't the whole reason we are doing fish farming so we get polluted water? So we can turn that into our stuff here. This just makes alien spores from the polluted water. Same down here. This makes polluted water from meat from the fish. This makes the meat. Same up here. And then we have just made alien spores that we turn into alien bacteria. Isn't this all just irrelevant now? Are we exporting anything else from here? We exported this, but they should just go to the other one now. So if I remove this, they are going there instead. This is output of thermal water to make something. I thought it was for this artificial fish water. But apparently... No, wait, is this thermal water? No, it's neutral. There's thermal water here. What are we using thermal water for? To make this, maybe? Calcium carbonate. Up to make red algae. And red algae is again just used for this. So this whole outpost is just irrelevant now. We needed it to start mushroom potato farming, but now that we have mushroom potatoes, it is irrelevant. Yes, good. But as long as this all stays full, there's no reason to... Well, no trains will be waiting here, I guess. Or filling the network, is I guess what I'm trying to say. There's no real reason to keep these connected. This can disconnect as well. We'll just keep the fuel train coming in here. But we can just totally disregard this. And now there's one train coming here from hydro farming, I guess. Hover farming, sorry. Good. The reason we brought this in here was what exactly? Oh, to make alienated fertilizer. So this is still needs to be prioritized over this, I guess, but that's mainly for garden farming. So whenever we are done with garden science, that's not a problem anymore. By the way, we should probably limit these a lot harder so we start making plant life samples instead of more gardens. At least that's what I would want to output. Of course, 50 of these, if that's what they stack to, is still going to take forever to do. We could limit the input. If we have more than 10 gardens available, then why make more? Because then they are all just converted into plant life sample, which is what we want. We could even export the plant life samples in a train, but I don't think we'll get to where we need farming science made at an outpost. I might be wrong, of course. But yeah, these are only allowed to input if we have more than 2 available in the system. if these were only allowed to input if there was less than 10 available in the system, or 20 or 50. Because then we would stop turning the plant life samples into more gardens now, and we will start building up the gardens. No, the plant life samples, sorry. Otherwise I need to take the gardens and bring them back to base and then turn them into plant life samples, which is not what I want. Is less than 50. 100. So now this is disabled. Yes. Fix this. And so are they all. I think that's an okay thing to do. Did we get more barreling pumps? Yes, we did. Good. Thank you. Some robots have actually stopped working now, so that must mean that we have emptied most of these chests or something. Yeah, they are basically empty. That's good. So now the robots can keep up. I wanted to put some of these back in here as well. So let's do that. We don't have any of the slow robots relaxing, right? Actually, we do. Okay. Are we done here? Not really until we can turn on all of these farms. Should we be able to do that now? Maybe. Let's at least try. So we're still low on nutrient pulp. That's as expected, basically. But I don't think that will continue. I think we are at this point making more per minute than we are consuming. It's a fluid. Nutrient pulp. And I guess I was wrong. Well, it's very bouncy. We're producing less than we're consuming, at least at the moment. Consuming, of course, also means putting it into barrels, so maybe that's not the greatest comparison. I don't think we can really do much with that graph. Let's just check this. 82 machines. That should be able to handle 60 of this, which is 6 times one of these setups, so 6 times these rows. So we can just go to 6 rows with this and expect it to be handled well. For the alien goo at least. We still need more nutrient pulp, it seems. But we have enough to work everything now, I believe. So let's go have a look at... Actually, let's just bring some plant life samples back if we have some available. We do. Plant life samples. Where are they? In here? Yes. I just want some more farming science so we can research all the farming stuff and module and beacon stuff. So we actually did have 2,000 available, that's good. That should turn into 2,000 science, right? Yes. Awesome. And we have the slowest quads coming with the rest, I'm sure. Great. 2 more. There we go. And let's remove that request and go to the main base. And let's send our train back home as well. I don't know how many of these production blocks we want to just keep, because I'll forget all about them in a second. So, plant life samples goes down here. No, they don't. They go over here. This is where we make plant life samples if we had gardens available. Do they need to only be on one side? Wait, we have stuff available here. Why are we not making... Why are we not making wood? Are we backed up on these? I thought I had made such a good system here. Though, to be honest, I don't remember how I made that system at all, but we'll see. So, to make wood, we take in saws and we put out most of those saws. Then we input saws. Why don't we input saws from here? We don't want this to output if there's enough saws on this belt. We want this to take the output back in if possible, instead of taking from this. So I guess that's just an error that I made. So if we just take these out. Oh, but then when are we actually allowed to put more saws on? Never. This doesn't make a lot of sense. I should really just have done this with with circuitry, I think. So we can either do that with a chest. That would be the easy solution. But what if we tried to just do a more fun solution? And still did it with belts. And read that belt and said if there is 0 saw blades here. Less than 1. Then it is allowed to output. Why is it not reading? Oh, read belt contents, my bad. Hold. So now this is disabled. This is inputting. This should not be enabled or disabled, it should just read. So this will take up all of those before this is allowed to put anything out. And then we can set its stack size to 1 to not fill the belt accidentally. And then that should work. Sure thing. Can we just mirror this? Good. At least it's working for now, and we're making science again. Good. Do we have robots near here? Not at all. If we did this, we are connected with everything, right? Do we really only have 800 robots here? Logistic bots, yes. Okay. And then we can put those, or that farming science on a belt or something here. Farming science. Do I have anything I don't want? Yes, those. And then I guess we're only missing yellow science, unless do we have space science yet? We do, but at that point we'll figure something out with the third belt or something. It shouldn't be a problem. We are getting deliveries, good. So now we can just go ham with the research if we wanted to, and I guess we do want to. Now, are we done with spiders and stuff? Item ingredient shortage. We don't have enough queens. We have stalled everything then. This has a queen. Or 2 queens even. But do we need 2 meat? Yes, we do. And meat is slow. Because... is it just because of meat itself, or is it because of the alien goo? We don't have a lot of alien goo, but we have some. It's just because of meat, I think. We do have 300 meat available. Is it because of robots? Yes, the bots are slow. And we don't have enough production either, probably, but we'll see. Let's go do something about that. And then soon we will start focusing on the beacons and the modules. This is not where we needed to go. No, yes it was. I'm stupid. Keep science going. So first of all, let's add another 100 robots. Are we backing up on anything yet? Do have a lot of some puffers here. Why are we actually hatching these? Do we need to farm them for biters? They are used to make the first medium biters. But then we don't really need them after that, is that true? So for now I think we should just request the hatched puffers over here. We're using red and blue. But we are getting too many blue as well. But I'm not gonna put everything over there. Sure, let's do this as well. Good. Do we want to do more meat production? We need more puffers for that, maybe? No, we do have 5,000 puffers available. We could start getting rid of the yellow and green puffers, of course. But is that stupid? When we need them at some point? A little bit. why do we have 7 on this side and only 6 on this side? Oh, because this is using blue? Yes. Are we going to continue just scaling on this one? On this setup? I guess so. Why is that where we have the power poles planted? I don't know. How's this doing? We have plenty of gas. This takes that gas and turns it into atmosphere, and we are backed up on that. Do we have a problem where the gas from these is not prioritized over the gas from this? Probably. None of that is limited. And neither is this. Shouldn't we have a limit here? Oh, we do have a limit here. So if we have more than 200 bottles of acid gas, we're not allowed to output. We only have 200. Wait, what? Didn't I just see complete? Oh, it's just that these have what they need. As soon as they need more, we get it from here, and then we're outputting more. Yes, it makes sense. No, that's not even it. Yeah. So we have plenty of this just waiting to be bottled up. And we bottle it up whenever we need it. So it is made to perfection. Great. So isn't it time to go and make a lot of crystal splinters, if we didn't already? We have 152 splinters available. That's good news. We just ended up starving all this of queens. Whoops. And meat, so we should just get the meat train, I guess. That would help immensely. Yes, it's not full. That's fine. If we need it to be full, we'll fix that. Scale up copper farming and killing, butchering, whatever. This is just hatching of eggs. So here we make eggs, here we hatch eggs, here we kill biters, here we use the queens. It should be fine. Do we need as much hatching as we have breeding? We get 1.5 egg every 60 seconds. We use 1 egg every 60 seconds. So we actually need 50% more of this. Is that math sound? So 2 of these rows to 3 of these rows. I guess Hellmod could just tell us that, maybe. To make 1 of those per second, we need these per second. We only need 1 machine breeding, what? That doesn't make a lot of sense. But I guess we are getting most of these back again. What's if we say 100? We need 53 machines breeding. We need 2.5 of these per second then from eggs. What? We're already making that here. So we need 2.7 eggs per second. Maybe. I think there's some rounding errors there. I think it's just 2.5. but maybe not. 2.5. Wait, this is not what I want to look at. Remove this. That was our starting setup. This is what I like. It's right here. Of course it is. If I scaled this down to 50, this would probably be 50 or 75 as I expect. So 98, 95, 92. Oh, dang it. In between, of course it is. For 50 to 75, yes, that was correct. And we need a heck of a lot more of these, by the way, to actually get the shards or splinters. So we already need a lot more of these than we have currently. But... we need 50% more of these. Are we going to make another row of those and 2 more rows of these? Or is that a waste of space? And then make however many rows of these that we need. If 50 is 1 row of these, just for the sake of it, then we need 7 rows doing this. If we scaled this up to 2 rows and 3 rows, then we would need 14 rows of these, of this length. Oh boy. I don't want that. Worst case, we just add the 50% here to the 1 row. We have a weird number of 22 in each row right now. How about we scale that down to 20? And then go to 30 on this one. I have forgotten some artillery somewhere, probably over at farming. But I guess I will just forget those there forever. Something like that. We should have 30 here now. Do 20 here, yes. And then we still need... let's just adjust this slowly into 20 of these. to 30 to 140 almost. So if we just have these as our row sizes for these as well, 30, 60, 90, 120, 4 rows at least of the same length, and then some, but we don't need to go for the exact ratios, of course. I guess we're just keeping all of this going, because why not? Until we need this stuff. So, do we still have meat? Yes. A good amount of meat. Do we still have robots? Wait, didn't I put more robots in here? No, I guess not. I want to do that, but not right now. So all of these with queens in them should be running. But there's not a lot of queens, and I probably took more out, no? So we're still waiting for the queens to scale up, of course. And we can always just help with collecting some. Keep everything going. And I guess while we wait for this, we can start looking into the modules and beacons. Are we happy with all of our puffer farming? We are, but maybe we should just keep it. Same with this. Iron though. Why is this even here? Probably just as an example at some point. This is all the stuff we still want to do. This is done. Keep it though? No. Did I remove something I shouldn't? I don't know. Why is this here? Let's remove that one. This is all we need to know. This is our far goal, I guess, or long-term goal. And we could focus on that and get it done a lot faster, but I would rather do outposts. Okay, so beacons and stuff. We produce these. Let's use those for something. For cutting, for example, in another block. And we're just gonna go with the 37 number, I'm sure. That's fine. So this is fine. We need to process these further. And then make some of these. Wait, we basically want productivity and speed circuits, not efficiency. So we need to somehow get rid of those, but we'll figure that out. We at least want these, but maybe they should go by themselves. Because we also need to handle our crystal grindstones and crystal slurry. And we should probably also have this. That's not... What? What? Why does this one not want to move? Sometimes. So it is apparently moving, just not showing it, because we can do that. What? Stop it, Helmut. Because this can be used for beacons. And that's pretty simple. Luckily. The rest is probably not. And we do need the polished crystals, yes. Good. I guess we should do this one step at a time. And start with this. We import these to an outpost somewhere. And cut them up. Let's just go by input here, C37. See that we will get out 37 of each of those, of course. So we can just put that in. Can we get it to not do this twice? If I want 37, I guess that's why it's doing that. I want 37 of everything. Let's keep research going. And that means we need a good amount of these produced. And a good amount of this. And that this is done the same place we do crystal catalysts from geodes. And this needs other stuff. Why is it just blocked or something right now? Is this just a tip it's giving me? Why did it give those tips? Okay. Why did it stop giving Oh. I am not allowed to put it further down. This is so weird. What the heck? Is it climbing through all of these or something? Nothing makes sense. Why did it stop doing this 37 stuff? So it seems we get the exact amount of crystal powder that we need for these. Is that right? So we lose 37 exactly when we... So we lose a third of those for each. Yes. That sounds about right. And we need these in. Which we don't have this stuff yet. So we need a silicon outpost. Silicon outpost. A geode outpost. And splinter / maybe shard and crystal outpost as well. Just a crystal outpost. At least if they are handled the same. I'm not sure about that though. Keep research going. Do we want to make extra of this and just bring it in? We could even make these at the crystal slurry outpost. But then we need to get rid of this. If we make this in the same location as this with the crystal powder that we get back and just import these, then if we want to scale this, we need to bring in more crystal powder manually. Is that right? No? Because we would just bring in more of these and crush and then we have more. But we need to seed it with some of these to actually be able to crush these or grind them or whatever it is we're doing. Cut them. So we do need to seed the system with grindstones. And each of those grindstones only give us enough to make one more, so it will never make more. So if we scale up, we could end up being low on these until we bring in more crystal powder. I'm putting a lot of thought into this. So just give me a moment. So if we brought in more of this, we could end up flooding the system instead. But we could probably work our way around that. I thought we could just make this from geodes, but I guess we need to go through crystal dust for that. Which is a little annoying. And then we need lubricant to clean these, which also sucks. But we could again do that at the geode outpost. I think we really just need to get working on this stuff. Except that I want to see if we have higher tier stuff. Higher tier crystals. So shards and just crystals. If we need the same sorts of things if we would want to do it all in the same outpost. This is not what I want. Crystal shard cutting, that is what I want. So let's just say we get 37 of these in as well. We again get 37 crystal powder, which seems to be exactly what we need again here. So that has the same problems. Good. It's just the same process. That's awesome, honestly. At least it makes everything easier. And then what if we had the highest tier crystals? This one, I guess. Yes. And had 37 of those. That is again the same thing. I did select shard cutting here, right? Yes, good. So we can just cut some of these crystals into more of this. Okay, so that's how we can what do you call it? How you can scale it up, I guess. You can just cut some of your splinters or shards or crystals into powder to scale. So we don't need to bring it in from the outside. That is good to know. So we need to get going with stuff to make this. Grinding wheels from silicone stuff. And we'll bring that into an outpost where we again still need to seed it, but at least it can scale up by itself. And then we bring these in, and then we just need to process everything. Good. That sounds like a plan. This should probably be in its own thing, actually. So produce this from silicon ingots, and we need to figure out how to do that. How we want to do it as well. But so far, that is the plan. But unfortunately, that's all we have time for in this episode, so thank you all for joining me, and I'll see you next time. Bye.